What's up, folks? Oh, it's right up my goddamn face. Okay. Well, hi. How you doing? Yeah. What the hell are we supposed to do, folks? There's no more school for the rest of the year. Yep. No school for the remainder of the year. This sucks. Hi, Kay. Whoever you are. Hello. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Kids are not going back to school for the remainder of this school year. And man, this is not going to be easy. I was willing to accept the fact that, it'd be a couple of weeks, maybe a month, maybe two, stretching it into three. But this is not going to be easy, folks. It's bad enough my poor wife has to get up at 6 when I get up so I can work from home and then go take care of the kids, give them their education for the day. And then they have to go about, she has to go back to sleep on the chair, on her lazy boy, so that she can have enough sleep so she can go to work. That's not fair. I have a couple of ideas on how things could be better for the school. Just a couple of ideas. Maybe this is something they can run past. And this is not meant for the schools to babysit our children. I get it. Okay, this is meant for the kids to get an education. But instead of the kids doing 3 or 4 hour long days, why don't the schools make an entire lesson, right? Do an entire lesson in a day and test on that subject so that the kids can actually be involved and be engaged for several hours in a day instead of having to jump between the subjects. Instead of having to jump between whatever and science in one day or you know just do more in one day, and so that the kids aren't just stuck doing the same damn routine every single day. I don't think it's very fair. Again, maybe it'll free up my wife to get a little bit more sleep. I don't know, maybe. But I don't know. It's this is just not this is not easy. It's not going to be easy for my wife, and that's not fair to her. Look at that. Hey, Lee, I see you. Turn that down so it doesn't come back to us. Yeah, I don't understand how things are going to get any easier in this whole thing with them now closing schools for the remainder of the year when they're only doing 2 or 3 hours of schoolwork in a day. Now, I am working with the local school district in an attempt to try to get lessons out to students. They're going to be sending me some things so that I can help them do different things and set up different, whatever you want to call it. You want to call it lessons, or you want to help you want to call it, uh, um, you know, I don't know, let the teachers read books to the kids or something like that. Just something so that these students actually have. Uh, hey Lee, how you doing? Uncle Jimmy, Steph, how you doing? Like I said, my wife right now has the terrible end of the stick here. She has to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning when I get up to get ready for work, and she has to teach these kids for 3 or 4 hours in a day. She's losing sleep. It's not fair to her. And it's just I really wish that they made these things a little bit easier for everybody, because closing schools for the entire year just kind of sucks as it is. The kids aren't engaged. My daughter looks more forward to everything she can be watching on YouTube than what she can be learning in a school setting. So, like I said, I'm trying to work with these schools. I'm trying to work with a local school so that the teachers can read books or have a lesson, do some kind of lesson for these kids. And Rio, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. I'm trying to work together with these schools so that they can read a book or do some kind of lesson and put it into a private link on YouTube so that these kids actually have something to stay engaged in. I have the ability to do it. It would be my pleasure to do it so that I can help keep the kids engaged instead of having these kids watching stupid stuff on YouTube all day, or playing a video game all day long when they could be out there getting, I don't know, physical education or something. Um, maybe maybe there's a teacher out there that does, like, I don't know, Ultimate Warrior or something like that, and just wants to go out and run a course. And then these kids can go out there on maybe the weekend and run the course too, and share it with the school so that everybody's kind of staying engaged with each other instead of through an app. Trust me, distant learning is kind of a good thing in a sense. You kind of get to learn these ideas of, what different tools do we have, what other options do we have, to keep these kids, first off, engaged in some way, shape, or form, and at the same time wondering, okay, what else can we use? Which is why I think that whatever arrangement I do make with this school to help the students would be beneficial in some way, shape, or form. I just This kind of sucks right now. It really does suck because, like I said, students are not going to be in school, and it's unfortunate. Don't know what to do, and I know other states have done this, right? I know other states have closed down schools for whatever period of time, and I know that they've done all different kinds of ideas and things like that. But what can we do to keep our kids engaged? What are you doing to keep the kids engaged and keep your children actively participating in a school setting ish? Are you reading to them every night? Jerry Harden, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. How are we teaching the kids in a continuing learning environment? That's the trouble. That's what I'm kind of looking at right now. Uncle Mike, how you doing? I said I just want to try to keep these kids engaged in a learning environment that we can. Whatever I can do, with the tools that I have, uh, you know, the ability to record, the ability to make video, the ability to make a podcast, if you will. What can I do to help these kids? Hi, Uncle Mike. Thank you. Like I said, I'm working with a local school now so that we can put something together like that. So that, like I said, maybe the teachers can read a book to the kids. Or maybe, oh, I'm sorry, my Facebook is going off. Jalen, how you doing, man? Vania, hello. I said I just want to keep these kids engaged in a setting where they are learning, and maybe give my wife a break, because my wife is definitely not getting any rest. She's working 7 days a week, too many hours in a day, going home, going to sleep, trying to get some sleep. And, first off, if she can get any sleep, that's the first problem. Because while I have to try to sleep so that I can work in the morning, she's not getting enough sleep. You're listening so you can learn something possibly. Uncle Mike, here's the question. What can we do as parents, and maybe even my generation who have the skills, the ability, the tools, to help these schools keep these kids engaged longer in a learning setting now that they have just closed the schools for the remainder of the year? That's the question that I have. And as I was saying, my wife is not getting enough sleep in a day. She's maybe getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep. She gets home at 11 o'clock. Hi, Amy. How you doing? And then she's got to get back up when I get up. She's got to teach the kids. And they're both on different learning skills and levels. My daughter's in third grade. My son is in second grade. So she has to kind of bounce between the two. And then after 3 or 4 hours, it's like, okay, we're done. And then what happens? The kids go to YouTube. The kids go to a PlayStation. The kids go to whatever. And they're not really staying engaged as they can. I have the ability here to record. I have the ability here to record video. I have the ability here to record audio. I have the ability to put something out. And that's why I'm working with a local school to try to make a video or make a podcast or something of a teacher, their favorite teacher, reading a book to them. or helping who? What was that? Yes, they have online learning programs, but it seems like after so many hours in a day, that's over. Sorry, there's a comment on the Facebook that says K 12 is free and has live teachers online. K 12, I have to see. And the other problem is, though, is that not every school supports things. You know? Uh, as a matter of fact, the school here, they don't support Zoom. They want you to use Microsoft Office or Microsoft Teams or whatever it is to communicate back and forth. Then there's a video platform that they have. Thank you, Uncle Mike. I just want to find something that we can do as the parents to make something that our time uses. They use Facebook, they use the YouTube, they use Periscopes, they use all different kinds of tools. Yes, it is a safety question, Linda, and I agree with that. I know that there's a lot of concerns when it comes to Zoom. I've heard about those issues. Um, but maybe even at the end of the day, if let's say the school doesn't support Zoom, okay, which I get, it's a whatever. At least I can record a video with somebody on Zoom or with a teacher on Zoom and let the teacher read the book and let the teacher go through and maybe do a lesson, a whole lesson on something, so that it's maybe an hour, so that the kids' days are extended to maybe a whole hour more. Um, Kids are using Google Meet, Google Hangouts. And Vinia says you have to purchase Office 365 in the Adobe Acrobat Pro. Dropbox is a good tool. Okay, Uncle Mike. You know, I want to be able to see what we can do. Vizio. Never heard of Vizio. Like I said, I recognize that there are security problems with Zoom. I get it. Okay, I know. I've heard about them. I've seen them on a couple of occasions. Never had the problem myself, but I want to find a way that maybe if with Zoom I can record a teacher doing an entire lesson, and maybe talking about plants or whatever. We can find a way to interact with the teachers because they're calling everybody. They're calling Google Classroom. Never heard of that, Linda. I will definitely take a look at that. You know, they're calling each other and they're communicating with each other. They're communicating with us parents, and they're giving all these different ideas. Oh, you should read a book every night to the kids. Yeah, okay, great, but how does that keep them engaged? So I think that okay, I did not know that, Linda. I will see. I'll take a look into that. I didn't know that. Google Classrooms, where teachers record. And if there's anything that I can do for speech therapy is now on FaceTime, I have to take a look into that because Tristan, I think, needs speech therapy or vocational occupation or occupational therapy or something like that. And I think the ability to have a teacher make a lesson so that even if the kids struggle, you can kind of pause it and be like, look, you know, this is a little hard right now. This is a difficult time for student. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back to that. And then maybe we can take a photo or a video of our student and send it to the teacher and go, he did great with this, but he struggled with that. I just want to find a way so that we can continue to engage with students, and we can find a way to continue to engage with teachers and take the ideas that they have, because now, yeah, so they're going to continue to go to school online for this time, right? But what really happens at the end of that? I don't know what really happens after that. You know, they're going to be in summer, but maybe if they get used to learning something every day instead of going to like a silly YouTube channel at the beginning of the day, they're going to decide to go to this particular YouTube channel and try to learn something that's geared towards them. You know, because parents can't censor or view or watch or view over the shoulder everything that your kid's watching on YouTube. Now, I know there's YouTube kids, and YouTube has its own trouble. But I just want to be able to help. And if you can think of a way, or if you know a way that we can help or put together ideas, let me know. because I want to communicate that with the people that I've been communicating with at the school to try to put these videos together and put this audio together out on whatever platform that we could think of. But maybe if a teacher read a book a day to the kids, they'll get used to podcasting, and maybe we can build a whole other generation of children that want to read to other people or read or do whatever we can. So let's see. Positivity is a must. Encouragement. Her teacher asked her to click join, then she's able to see her live for speech therapy classes. I have to take a look into that. The school district here does not do Zoom, but we can definitely take a look into that and see, because I think the school has to approve something like that or has to do something like that first. I don't know, but I really hope that everybody is out there at least trying to survive this. I know I've had a loss in my family because of all this. Don't get me wrong, I am glad that the kids are not going back to school. It's bad enough all the things that they do contract and bring back home as it is. It's definitely not fair. Hey Jesse, it's not good. Like I said, enough families are getting sick with kids bringing something back and forth from home to the school and getting everybody else in the house sick, and then parents get sick and then bring it to work, and then that's enough. Okay, yeah, I totally get it. All right, I get it. No need for it. Okay, totally support the idea of them closing the schools, but it just sucks. Because while you were kind of banking and counting on the fact that, oh, there's only going to be 1, maybe 2 months, I wouldn't say a special needs program, but he's in a different couple of programs within the school. Speech therapy, occupational therapy. He used to have physical therapy. So that's why they do the different teachers. I think he sees 3 different teachers in a week to do these different things. And a lot of things are limited now because of what you can and can't do. I want to kind of make that, kind of fix that as much as I can, if I can, because it's not going to be easy. And that's the best I'm really going to be able to do. Magnet school. No, I don't know what a magnet school is. But with that in mind, I thank you all for joining. Like I said, if you have any ideas, let me know what we can do to try to make things better for everyone. And I hope you guys have a good day. See you later.